Hey, this is Mr. Willis. I want to show you how to use lines in Google Drawings. So the lines can be found with this tool right up here in the toolbar. It has an arrow, which means it's a drop down. If you click that arrow, you'll see there are a number of different lines. I won't go through every single one. You can probably guess the difference between a normal line and arrow and some of these. I will talk about the bottom two here in a moment. Let's do a basic line first. I just click the line tool and then I click once to create the line. I could also do something where when I click the line tool, I click and drag if I want a longer line and don't let go until I've got the full line there. Once you've created a line, you can go back to just the select tool here, the arrow, and you can actually redo that line to make it whatever length you want. So I could make it a lot shorter, a lot longer. And I also have a number of controls up here where I can change the color and the weight of the line. So here's how that works. First I'm going to change the line weight, which just means how thick is this line. 1 pixel is really, really thin. 8 pixels is quite a bit thicker. And now it's going to make it easier to see if I change the color of my line. Then I can do different colors there. And I also have the option of making it like a dashed line if I want it to kind of, not necessarily be a solid line. So those are all options for you to choose. Another kind of cool thing with these lines is once I've created them, I can attach them to shapes. So I'm going to make 2 really quick circles here. And I'm going to take this line that I have up here and I'm going to grab it by the corner, and you'll see how when I get near this circle, you see all those purple dots appear? I can attach this line to any one of those dots. Like I'll put it right there. And I'll grab the other side of this line and I'll do the same thing with this circle. As soon as it gets close, I can attach it to a purple dot. And now, if I grab one of these circles and move the circles, the line actually stays with the circle. So it's kind of like a connector between those circles. That can be a really useful tool. Finally, let me show you a couple of these special lines. So for the most part, if I were to draw something out of lines, let's say I make 3 quick lines here into kind of a triangle. As far as Google Drawings is concerned, these are 3 lines. They are not a triangle. You'll notice there's no way to fill in the color, no paint bucket or anything to fill in that inside area. You have to either go and make a shape, or you can use this other trick here. There is one line called a polyline. The way this one works is I pick a point where I want to start, and I click once to start my shape. And when I move my mouse over here, you'll see how there's kind of a line following it. When I click again, it doesn't end the line, but it kind of puts a marker there. So you see how now I'm moving from that marker. So I could maybe move up here a little bit, click again, and just keep repeating this process. And I can actually make kind of a very unique looking shape that way. I could even design like something to look like a letter or something. And it's not going to finish until I come back to the starting point. It'll kind of snap to that starting point when it knows you're getting close. And if I click back at the starting point, now it's a solid shape. And it's just like any of the other shapes you may have heard me talk about in a different video. The final special line on here is the one called scribble. Now this is like other lines in that you can't fill stuff in, but it is kind of cool in that it's the one where you can actually just draw. It's going to follow wherever your mouse goes as you draw. This can be really good for maybe adding little details. Like if I were going to make a face here, I could do kind of a funny little smile on my face. That might be hard to do if I'm just using a regular line or a shape. So those are some different line tools. Hopefully you find them useful.